Good morning, students. Welcome back to RV online classes. Today I am going to uh, taking you vocabulary, which is after completion of your first lesson, bottle of dew. Here, first thing is phrasal verbs. In vocabulary, phrasal verbs. What are the phrasal verbs? The verbs formed by combining the main verb and a preposition are an adverb. I am repeating, phrasal verbs are verbs that are formed by combining a main verb and a preposition or an adverb. Each phrasal verb has its own meaning. Own meaning. It is important to learn them because they are very common. They are very common in everyday English. What is phrasal verb? Words that are formed by combining a main verb and a preposition or an adverb are called phrasal verb. Each verb each verb has its own meaning. Here, each verb means each phrasal verb. Each phrasal verb has its own meaning. Each phrasal verb has its own meaning. It is important important to learn them because they are very common in every day English. Phrasal verbs that are formed by combining a main verb and a preposition are an adverb are called phrasal verbs. Each phrasal verb has its own meaning. It is important to learn them because they are very common in everyday English. Okay, then I want to give some examples of phrasal verbs with the meaning. Call off is the phrasal verb. Meaning of that one is cancel. Call off is the phrasal verb. Meaning is cancel. Next, find out. Meaning is discover. Next, look after. Look after is phrasal verb. Meaning is take care of. Work out. Work out. Exercise. Here, here I wrote some phrasal verbs with the meaning. First one is call off. Meaning is cancel. Find out is phrasal verb. Meaning is discover. Then look after is phrasal verb. And meaning is take care of. Work out is phrasal verb. Meaning is exercise. Now, next one is countable and uncountable nouns. The vocabulary second one is countable and uncountable nouns. Countable and uncountable. As you already know that noun is the naming word. Then what is meant by countable and uncountable nouns? The nouns which we can count, able to count, is known as countable nouns. Some nouns are there, we are not able to count them. They are known as uncountable nouns. Countable nouns are nouns that can be counted. For example, 5 apples, 2 hands, 1 chair, etc. Next, second one is uncountable nouns. Uncountable nouns are nouns that cannot be counted. Example, water, tea, oil, rice, sugar, etc. Here we can count the apples, hands, chair, so they are known as countable nouns. Here we cannot able to count the water. We can measure them, but here we are not able to count such count. Another example is tea, oil, rice, sugar. These are known as uncountable nouns. When we ask questions about quantity, quantity, we use how many, how many for countable nouns, for countable nouns, and how much for uncountable nouns. See here, while we are asking the question about the quantity, we use how many, and for countable nouns, and how much for uncountable nouns. How many for the countable nouns, how much for the uncountable nouns. Next one is subject verb agreement. Next one is subject, verb, agreement. Here, if the subject is singular, it agrees the single verb, singular form of the verb. If the subject is plural, it agrees the plural form of verb. This is known as subject-verb agreement. A singular subject is always followed by a singular verb. Example, my uncle is a doctor. Here, in this sentence, my uncle is singular subject. Is singular form of the verb. Is singular form of the verb. So it agrees the singular form of verb agrees the singular form of the verb. Our subject. Second one, a plural subject. A plural subject is always followed by a plural verb. Example, my parents are teachers. My parents are teachers. Here, subject is plural. My parents is subject. Here, plural. It is plural. Are is the plural form of the verb. Here, subject is plural and the verb also plural. Here, a singular subject is always followed by a singular verb. Example, my uncle is a doctor. Here, subject, my uncle is in the form of singular form, and is the singular form of the verb. It agrees the subject. If the subject is singular, then verb also in the form of singular. Next, plural subject is always followed by a plural verb. Here, for example, my parents, both mother and father is known as parents. Here, both means here plural. So it agrees the plural form of the verb are. Here, subject my parents is in the form of plural and verb also in the form of plural. In the present, in the present tense, in the present tense, we add yes to third person singular word. Singular word. For example, she works in a she works as a teacher. Here, what we done? Here we added the yes for the. So, singular subject is always followed by the singular word. Example, my uncle is a doctor, and plural subject is always followed by the plural word. Example, my parents are teachers. Next, in the present tense, we add s to the third person singular form. Here, what we are doing in the present tense, for the third person singular form, we are adding s. She works. She works. Here, she is the third person. So what we done? We added s. I hope you understood this, all the vocabularies and grammar part in your reader of the lesson. A bottle of a dew being with me. I hope. Have a nice day.